Oh, thank God the international break is done. We can finally get our teeth back into some more incredible club football. Oh, let's see, what have we missed?
You know we like a party hard, party hard. You know we like a party hard, party hard.
Oh God, no, get it off the screen. Give me Jeff Hendrick and Conor Hourihane back, please. Hello guys, how are we getting on? My name is Aaron Kelly and welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Verdict. We are back after a pretty painful international break for the Republic of Ireland and myself as a result of that. So we're finally back and it was a very mad weekend, but I'm only going to talk about three games in particular that are probably the three biggest headlines of the weekend. We're going to start off with the game that took place on Sunday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium between, you guessed it, Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham United, and Tottenham seem to be absolutely running away with this game and looking like the only really convincing top six side. I mean, United beat Newcastle 4-1, but they got like 3 goals in the last 10 minutes or something like that, and City only just about scraped by Arsenal with a 1-0 win thanks to Raheem Sterling. But Tottenham were genuinely looking for the first 20 minutes and up until half time, really, we're looking like the only top 6 side that I can think to myself were looking genuinely convincing. There were 3 goals up after I think it was about 15 minutes thanks to Son and a brace from Harry Kane, but it all seemed to just fall apart once Gareth Bale was introduced to make his second debut for the club, and with 8 minutes left West Ham pulled one back thanks to Balbuena, and then a Davinson Sanchez own goal set it up for a pretty nervy end to the game for Spurs, and then Manuel Lanzini with an absolute corker from about 30 yards into the top corner to rescue a point for West Ham. And it's one of those moments after, the last couple of weeks I've been losing a little bit of faith in football due to just VAR, Premier League in general, bringing in this fucking pay-per-view bollocks, as well as the top 6 sides proposing this project big picture. Again, just a load of shit as well. It was genuinely, I was starting to lose a lot of faith in football, but that game and the way it ended, what a goal, take a bow Manuel Lanzini, an absolutely ridiculous strike, and what a point for West Ham. Let's move back down to reality then, and we're going to talk about Chelsea next, aren't we? Oh, we just fucking are. We drew 3-3 with Southampton, and again, I think we were looking quite convincing. We raced into a 2-goal lead thanks to Timo Werner's first 2 goals for the club, because the last game before the international break was the 4-0 win over Palace, obviously a very convincing win, and I genuinely thought after Werner made it 2-0 that we were heading towards a similar sort of result on Saturday, but then a goal just before half-time by Danny Ings after a mistake by Kai Havertz, and I think overall, even though Kai Havertz did get a goal, which we'll get onto in a minute, his overall performance wasn't great on Saturday, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend, he's been doing incredibly well so far in his Chelsea career. Here, he just got absolutely out-muscled, and 2 passes later, one from Che Adams straight through the Chelsea defence, Zuma and Christensen far too far apart, and Danny Ings was never going to miss one-on-one with Kepa. 2-1 at half-time, and Southampton's momentum continued into the second half, and they equalised through Che Adams, and this one was just absolutely awful defending from start to finish. Then a ball over the top should be an easy one to deal with for Kurt Zouma. Plays a very bad back pass to Kepa. He doesn't exactly help Kepa out, does he, Kurt Zouma? But Kepa should. He actually has it. And the ball goes under his legs. Danny Ings then tries to play it back across the penalty area, I think it was. Blocked by Christensen really well, but it just falls to Che Adams, and he absolutely buries it into an empty net. And I was like, fuck, we've actually gone and thrown it away. But I wouldn't mind, but we actually went pretty much straight up. And it was a lovely goal to give Chelsea the lead again. Good link-up play between Christian Pulisic, Timo Werner, rounding off with a Kai Havertz tap-in to make it 3-2, his first in the Premier League. And then a 90, I think it was first or 92nd minute equaliser when Reece James gave away a bit of a stupid free kick. Ward-Prowse let it into the box, headed away. Theo Walcott slams it back in, and it's turned in by Yannick Vestergaard. Not an awful lot Kepa could do about this one, but the defending from the set piece was just absolutely awful. I could kind of feel, once the free kick was given, that Ward-Prowse was going to put a dangerous ball in and that Chelsea weren't going to be able to defend it. Absolutely awful. I know it's a point, I know we haven't lost, it feels like a fucking loss to be quite honest with you. But Frank Lampard now has a serious problem defensively, and like, we missed Thiago Silva at the weekend, and we missed our goalkeeper, our number one goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. So, like, he has a serious issue when neither of them are available. Now, we are playing Champions League tonight against Sevilla, so I'm hoping to get this video out before tonight. I said at the start of the season, Chelsea need to mount a serious title charge this year to justify the amount of money that we spent in the summer and the quality of players that we brought in. There's absolutely no excuse for us not challenging for the league title this season, but with a defence like that and how leaky we are defensively and how many goals we concede, you don't concede that many goals and get these kind of results and challenge for the Premier League title. You just don't. So unless this problem is resolved, Chelsea need to just learn how to fucking defend, because our attackers at the weekend, Timo Werner in particular, was absolutely brilliant in that first half. His 2 goals were beautifully taken, did well to set up Kai Havertz as well. So it needs to change. It's very worrying. We've got Manchester United next, and it's fair to say I am fucking dreading that game. We're going to move on now to the Merseyside derby, which took place on Saturday afternoon, and I'm going to stop talking in a Scouse accent right now because I don't think it's actually landing. I don't think it's getting the desired effect. I don't know, that may be cut out, I don't know. It was a 2-2 draw. Liverpool took the lead through Sadio Mane, and then the first really big talking point of the game was when Jordan Pickford comes out absolutely flying and snaps Virgil van Dijk in half with an absolute... a tackle that wouldn't look out of place in a fucking octagon, to be quite honest. But the referee, Michael Oliver, did not send Jordan Pickford off because VAR, the man in VAR, which was David Coote on the day, deemed that Van Dijk was offside in the build-up, which, I mean, I think his armpit or his shoulder was offside, which these days, as we know, is an offside offence. I'll go on to the final decision, which contradicts this one later on in the video. How Pickford cannot be sent off. Since then, we learned that Virgil van Dijk has done his ACL, meaning that he is out from between 7 to 9 months, and which pretty much means he's out for the whole season for Liverpool. And this is a massive, massive loss for Liverpool. It's put a serious dent, and I mean that, in Liverpool's title charge. And it's so unfortunate for Van Dijk, but an absolutely ridiculous tackle by Jordan Pickford that I cannot believe didn't warrant a red card or even a yellow. Everton were level then thanks to Michael Keane, but Liverpool then went back in front in the second half through a brilliant finish by Mo Salah. And again, it was Dominic Calvert-Lewin who was the hero for Everton, an absolutely brilliant header to bring them level. Richarlison was sent off for a tackle on Thiago, and it was an absolutely disgusting tackle, quite similar to Pickford's as well. Richarlison did actually get sent off, and rightfully so, for a knee-high, possible leg-breaking tackle on Thiago Alcantara. And when I said there was a decision that contradicted the Pickford one, this was it, because Michael Oliver sends Richarlison off after blowing the whistle for a Yerry Mina foul on Sadio Mane. So, with that logic in mind, surely he should have been able to go back and send off Jordan Pickford after Virgil van Dijk was deemed to be offside for the one with 10 minutes gone. Just a thought. I feel like them decisions definitely both contradict themselves. And then we just about had enough time to, squeeze in one more controversial decision before the end of the 90, and it was when Thiago slides the ball through for Sadio Mane, he pulls it back, and Henderson buries it into the bottom corner. Well, not even the bottom corner, but straight at Pickford. It was really bad goalkeeping by Pickford. Liverpool go mad. They think they've just won the derby in the 91st minute or whatever it was, only for VAR to pull it back. And Sadio Mane is, I'm sorry, not offside. I mean, nothing you can say, no matter what fucking camera angle you show me, can tell me that Sadio Mane is offside. I'm convinced to show you different camera angles and bend the lines just to try and, force the narrative that he is offside in this situation. And honestly, if this had happened in a Chelsea game, I would be absolutely fucking livid right now. Like, I would be screaming down the mic. I would be uncontainable, to be quite honest. I have no problem with the way Everton came out really aggressive. I think in the Merseyside derby, or in any derby really, you need to have that element of aggression. And you could see Everton from the start were very aggressive in the tackle. But Liverpool should have won this game, and no part of, at least for the Van Dijk one that led to his fucking ACL being snapped by Pickford, you can say, oh well, his shoulder is offside and that's clear. Even at that, I think Calvert-Lewin's back leg, his trailing leg, might have been keeping Van Dijk's shoulder onside. I can't believe we're even looking this much into that. For the Mane one, there's not one part. He's actually half a yard onside in my opinion. So yeah lads, I am rambling on a little bit now. Let me know your thoughts on those VAR decisions in the Merseyside derby in the comments section down below. If you are able to justify why them decisions were made, then please feel free to leave a comment. I do read all the comments. Yeah, if you did enjoy the video lads, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Can we hit 400 subs by the end of the year? I said it in the last video. I very much doubt it, but you can help today by sharing with a friend. You don't realize how much of a difference sharing these videos it does, you know. It really does help the channel out, and it really does help me to get my work out there. So if you could share with as many people as you can, that would mean a massive amount to me. But that is where I'm going to leave it, boys and girls. Be sure you leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new around here, and I will catch you later.